Hello everyone, my name is Patrick. I'm a student at Marwadi University. I do study information communication technology. Today I bring my new idea. I want to introduce my new idea that came with a project, and my project that I'm going to introduce to you today is about machine learning. In this project I came with analyzing feedback from students to their respective faculties using using natural language processing. So from here you can ask yourself, what is natural processing and natural language processing? Natural language processing is subfield artificial intelligence and computer science, and the computer science that focuses on the interaction between humans and the computer using natural language processing. This natural language processing involves algorithms and computation models that can analyze, understand, and generate a human language. So this NLP has a wide range of applications, including machine translation, sentiment analysis, speech recognition, chatbot, and text summarization also. So the goal of this NLP is to enable computers understand and interact and interpret a human language, making it easier for human to interact with a computer in the natural way. So in my project, here there is a flow chart of how I went through the entire project. The first thing is data collection. So I have to collect the data first. So after collecting my data, I also have to do some pre-processing of data, just removing some unwanted and unnecessary data. So then after, I have to provide my data to the sentiment analyzer, which is an algorithm which is built in Python language, and we can find it in the Python libraries. So then after performing sentiment analysis for the feedback, I have to do some visualization of the output or the result, and that could be checking the performance, if the feedback provided and sentiment obtained. You can see the correlation between the sentiment and the ratings of the feedback provided. Before we go through the project demonstration, there is another inbuilt library also I used in this project, which is TextPlot. So this is a Python library that provides a simple and intuitive API for performing common natural language processing tasks, such as sentiment analysis, of course, and a part of speech tagging, also noun phrase, just like text extraction and language translation. Also, it is inbuilt top of the popular natural language processing like NLTK library, and also uses the pattern library of data mining in machine learning. TextPlot provides a convenient interface for the performing sentiment analysis. So that's why I chose to use this library, because my project also based on this, because if I'm going to analyze the feedback of students, this is nothing but the analyzing the sentiment of the students regarding a faculty or regarding to a subject. Okay, now let's go to the code for the entire project. Now I'm going to do some demonstrations and to show you how the project is done and to measure the performance of the project. Here, as I mentioned in the flowchart, the first thing, even before I start collecting data, I have to make sure that I downloaded all required libraries by importing the inbuilt libraries that will help me to perform this. The first one is NLTK. NLTK also, this is a inbuilt library that we can find in Python, that will also help us to process data extraction, text summarization, even this sentiment analysis. We know also pandas. This is also we use this Python library also when we want to deal with numerical calculations. Also, we will need this when we want to work on the correlation. And another one is this stopwords. When we import these stopwords, this will help us to identify the stopword. What is a stopword? Stopword is a set of commonly used words in any language. In English, for example, we can take they, is, and so these words would likely qualify to be stopwords. So this helps us when we are dealing with this text extraction and the text summarization. This will help us to just focus on the necessary words we want to extract or that we were working on. So after that, I have to import another library, which is word tokenized. This will help us to divide the entire paragraph into small chunks. That will be that will make easier for us to analyze the text. And another one is ordinate lematizer. So this library that will help me to convert the words, the different the words in their normal roots, in their base form. So then after, I have to import this library, this text prop, that will help me to perform this sentiment analysis. So without further ado, let's try the demonstration for this project. And I see also you have seen that the package are now downloaded. Okay, now let's try to import the feedback. Now you see, now you can see I get error because I did not import the feedback. Yes, this is my data set now. What I have to do, I have to come and check if I'm able to convert it in the list, so that I will be able to get this question that will be asked. Then here, what I have to do, I have to compute the sentiment for each column, and sentiment for each feedback provided by students. Okay, perfect. Now you can see this is a result for each sentiment, each comment. There is a sentiment polarity provided for that. You see, if the student says it is very good, you see it is having sentiment polarity of 0.9. So this means the algorithm is ranging from -1 up to 1. So this means if the student say it is very good, it is having a sentiment polarity of 0.9. So for for each comment you can see there is a feedback, there is a sentiment polarity provided. So after this, actually there are two questions. I asked only two questions. The first question is what are the practice of teaching AI? This is nothing but artificial intelligence, and how you are feeling good to learn this or understand this language, this artificial intelligence. And another question was what improvement is required in teaching this subject, or just for getting all the concept. So those were only two questions asked. Then I have to check also I have to ask the students also to rate. Yeah, this is also has done. Also this is correct. Okay, now this is the ratings. Now you see this is a rating also. Okay, this is a rating for practice of teaching AI, and this is a rating for teaching for style of teaching AI. So then also here I have to check the sentiment for what student provided, for what can be improved. Yes, now you see also there is a sentiment priority for it. You see a student says no need for no needs of improvements. You see it is 0.0. And if a student provided negative feedback, you will see also the sentiment priority of that. It also comes as a negative. For example, if a student says throughout English we are not understand properly, that is why it is became sometimes boring. Now you see this is a negative comment, but also it is also classified as negative, as a negative comment. So this means when we check the performance of this algorithm, it is working perfect. And another thing, this is a sentiment. This is meant sentiment priority for entire document. So all the comments in this for what we can do for the improvement. And another thing is here I have to do a sentiment priority for the entire document, which is this one. Yes, for the entire document. Yeah, this one. Okay, now after this I have to check I have to use a word cloud to check the common theme. I want to check the common theme in this entire document. So what is common to students? So many students are having the common idea of one thing, or just they are having different opinions. So I want to check it by using this word cloud. Also, this is an inbuilt function that we can find in when we use Python. Also, perfect. Okay, now you see the common ones, the common theme are highlighted in the font, in the big font size. When you check the font size for this, example, good, teaching, easy, AI given, about, needs, learning, concept, make, with, learning, nothing. You see, this is highlighted common words. That's why it is having a big font size. Also, after this, I have to check the correlation. I have to check the correlation for this. I have to check correlation for sentiment analysis, for sentiment polarity provided for each comment, and I also have between that sentiment polarity and rating that provided by students, because this system, what is going, it is giving a student a chance to express whatever is feeling or whatever on the subject. That's why when you provide rating, you cannot know what is going on just on ratings. So you say rate from 1 to 5, just it's not giving, it's just like abstract, because not providing the entire sentiment to the students. What you cannot know what the student is feeling about the subject. So here I created this Excel sheet that will combine the ratings and the sentiment polarity. Yeah, now it's created. Now you can see, yeah, it is here. Then what I have to do, I have to check it by running my dataset. Yes, yeah, this is how it is. Now you can see this is a feedback provided, and this is sentiment polarity. Yes, and this is also ratings. Okay, then after, what I have to do, I have to check correlation between sentiment polarity for teaching AI practice and understanding concept ratings. So this means I have to check, I'm going to check the correlation between this column and this column. Let's see. Yes, now you see the correlation between this column and this column is 0.17. Yes, this means 17%. And also I need to check the sentiment between the correlation between sentiment polarity here, this column and this column, also, which is provided here. Yes, also, so it is also equivalent, so it is also 0.17. And I have to check also the correlation between understanding AI concept ratings and style of teaching AI concept, both the yes. Yeah, you see, now you can see the correlation between understanding AI concept ratings is about 0.7, which is 70%. Now you can see this is much correlated compared to this compared to the correlation between sentiment polarity for understanding AI practice and understanding the concept ratings, which is nothing, style of teaching AI. So after this, I have to check for the improvement, because we ask only 2 questions for students, and now the next question is what we can improve, so that you can understand better the concept. Now this is also another Excel sheet created that will combine the sentiment analysis, the sentiment polarity for sentiment polarity for AI improvement ratings, and it's also created. Now I have to check my data set. Okay, it's also learning. Perfect. Yes. Now this is a combined combined Excel sheet that combines sentiment polarity for AI improvement and understanding AI concept ratings, as well as style of teaching AI ratings. So I have to perform also correlation between this column, sentiment polarity of AI and improvement, and understanding AI concept ratings, to see how much this correlated. Now you see it is negative 0.09. This is a correlation between these two columns. And also, if I check the correlation between sentiment polarity for AI improvement and style of teaching AI, I will see the sentiment also. Also, it is 0.06. 0.06. And when I check for these two columns again, this one and this one, I will see it is now 0.7, which is 70%. You see also this is much correlated. Now this is about AI, or this is about artificial intelligence. Now let's do analysis now on the feedback provided for optimization technique subject. This is my dataset. Also, I imported my dataset. The dataset here is nothing but the feedback collected from the students. Also, this is the ratings, and we ask the students for questions. And the first question was, how much are you able to understand the concept of optimization techniques, and provide the ratings from 1 to 5. And then the second question was, rate the style of teaching of the concept of optimization technique. Also, the rating also should start from 1 to 5. And the third question was, what are the practice of teaching optimization techniques you are feeling good to learn and understand? And the fourth question was, what improvement is required in teaching to make the concept of optimization technique learn easily? Those are 4 questions asked to the students, and this is a feedback collected from the students. And also, we are performing analysis based on this feedback. Now you have to check the sentiment for each comment of the student. Yeah, now it is provided. You see also it's saying very good. Practice exercise can be the best way of learning optimization technique. You see, this is having 1. This means excellent. This here more examples. It is having 0.6, 0.5 sentiment polarity. And the way of explaining the concept and then solving examples here really helps. Okay, this is having 0.2. okay, I see. Some portion of theory is method. In method, this is having 0.0. okay, now I have to check for what can the improvement. see this is the improvement, also the comment for what we can improve for optimization techniques so that students can better understand the concept. See, students are saying here no important need in this project in this subject. This is a negative comment which is having negative 0 point something. Another one saying plus they ignore through it if we have solutions, so we can close check or sum in the same. This is also negative comment. Then I have to perform overall sentiment analysis on the entire document of feedback provided by students for what we can improve on optimization technique subject. This is nothing but 0.33. Yes. Okay. Now let's see the cloud word for this now. For word cloud, let's see the word cloud for this. It's different from the AI. We will see the difference. Yeah, now you see it is different. You see also the common theme are highlighted with the font size, with the font size which is big compared to others. Also this is the same thing. Now let's see the ratings for the ratings provided by students for optimization technique subject. This one, okay. Style of teaching, also this is the ratings. Okay, now we can create Excel sheet that will combine these ratings and sentiment polarity for this optimization technique. Then we'll be able to perform the correlation. Yes. Now Excel sheet is created. See this one, and then okay, now this is Excel sheet created. Sentiment analysis, sentiment polarity, understanding of OT subject ratings, and style of teaching OT. Yes, and also here you can measure the correlation between these two columns, which is sentiment polarity or OT teaching practice, and style of teaching and understanding OT concept ratings. See, 0.08. For AI it was 0.06. Yes, I think. Yeah. Now the sentiment polarity between OT teaching practice and style of teaching. Now it is negative 0.018.18. 0.018. Okay. Now the correlation between sentiment polarity for understanding concept and style of teaching. This was also even calculated before, which is 0.79. Yes. Yeah. let's see for the OT improvements. Let's check if we are going to see have the same thing. It should be different. Yes, now you see for improvement, no need for improvement 0.00 something. Yeah, now this is a correlation between sentiment polarity for OT improvement and understanding of concept ratings, of understanding OT concept ratings, which is negative 0.35. Now let's see the correlation between sentiment polarity of OT improvement and style of teaching. Now it is negative 0.46. So, and the last one is correlation. Here we will measure the correlation between understanding OT concept ratings and style of teaching OT ratings. Here it is 0.74. Okay, from here what we can see, this system is providing the big impact, because it gives a students a freedom to express what is he feeling about the faculty, about the subject. This can be good for improving the evaluation of the subject, even the faculty as well. So this was done using NLP, which is popular nowadays, and we expect to see many more application of this NLP. And I can conclude that an overall NLP has potential revolutionize the way of students' feedback analyzed, because in ancient days the students used to give the ratings just from ranging the ratings from 1 to 5, something like that, which was not much convenient, because we will not be able to get the sentiment of the students. So now it was improved. So this also improving the education experience with the continued growth of and the development of NLP technology. So we can expect to see a more powerful application of these techniques in the future. Thank you.